I'm Rosa Koire, and I'm from the United States, California. And my topic, what I speak about, is one of the most vitally important issues of our age, and that is United Nations Agenda 21, Sustainable Development. It is the inventory and control plan. Inventory and control of all land, all water, all minerals, all plants, all animals, all construction, all means of production, all food, all energy, all information, and all human beings in the world. And this is a plan that was agreed to by 179 nations back in 1992. It's a United Nations plan. It's called the Agenda for the 21st Century. And so many of us around the world think that, well, sustainable development, it just sounds so great. Isn't it about recycling and creative reuse and creating energy and food resources for everyone? And the answer is no, it really is not. It's about moving populations into city centers, concentrated city centers, and clearing them out of the rural areas. I found out about it in a very unusual way, actually, because I spent my career as a legal witness, as an expert witness for the California Department of Transportation. I'm an expert in land use and land valuation, and my specialty is in eminent domain valuation. So of course I was valuing property for the government so that the government could acquire that property for road projects. And what I found about 10 years ago, or 10 or 13 years ago, was that land actually, it was very difficult to say what it was worth because you couldn't know what people could do with it because they were being restricted from using their property. And as I explored that and found that it wasn't just in the San Francisco Bay Area where I was working, it was in fact all across the nation and the world, I looked behind that and I found United Nations Agenda 21, Sustainable Development. We created the Post-Sustainability Institute in order to educate people about the economic, social, political, and environmental impacts of communitarianism on the world. And communitarianism is that concept, that social and political construct that says that the individual's rights should be balanced against the rights of the community. And of course, the community is that amorphous, undefined community that we, when we talk about community, we think we're, of course, part of it and that, it's a positive thing. But really, community is constructed. It's constructed of non-governmental organizations, corporations, and government in order to dictate and regulate what it is that happens around the world. And we, as individuals, have literally no influence on that unless we are in agreement with it. If you dissent against the community, against communitarian law, or against communitarian social tactics, you're rejected and made an outcast. And that is something that we wanted to expose to the world. And the reason that we created the Post-Sustainability Institute was in order to sue, in order to stop regional plans, because regionalization is the stepping stone to globalization. And globalization is the standardization of all systems. So that includes water, law enforcement, education, energy. All systems have to be brought into harmony in order to control them all. Because when systems don't meet, when they're out of balance or not in sync with one another, they can't be controlled centrally. And the goal of Agenda 21 is one world government and total control from a central unit. I'm the author of Behind the Green Mask, UN Agenda 21, and my website is democratsagainstUNagenda21.com. Right now I'd like to talk about what you can do. I get hundreds, literally hundreds of emails from people, cards and letters, asking me, what can we do now? Things are really coming down. What are we supposed to do now? And I want you to know, first of all, that nobody's going to rescue you. And nobody's going to come on a white horse to take care of you and protect you. It's up to you. So you're going to be feeling a lot of panic, a lot of fear. There's certainly plenty of information out there now. You really know everything. I would say that it's not like I have to tell you to wake up. You're awake. You get it. You see it. Okay, so now the thing is not to become like a deer in the headlights, freaking out and going, I don't know what to do. What can I do? Okay, there's a lot you can do, and I want you to start with this. The resistance is not something you join. It's what you are. Now, that's a nice little slogan that I came up with, and it's true, but what does it really mean? What does that mean to really be the resistance? What is that? So here's how you're going to tell if you're the resistance or not, all right? I'm going to give you a little scenario, and I watched this, it's about a month or two ago on YouTube. Woman sitting in the bleachers at her son's Little League game. She's surrounded by her family members, and they're all social distancing, isolating themselves socially from everyone else in the stands, and everyone else is, doing the same thing. And her husband and other people around her have masks on, but she does not have a mask on. So here comes the security guard up the stands, walks up to her, and he says, presumably, hey, you got to put a mask on, and she says no. They go back and forth. He says yes, she says no a few times, and then he tases her. This is at a Little League game. A security guard tases the woman, drags her out of the stands, okay? Well, yeah, we got to see it because somebody was brave enough to hold their phone up and video it while it was going on. What upset me about this was that nobody did anything.
You talk to them? I don't know if he's a real officer. It says police on the side and on his back. Doesn't mean anything. But he may be, Bridget, because there's a cop car over there. There's a cop car over there. Do you want to call him? Come on! Tase somebody over a mask. Tasing this lady over not wearing a damn mask.
Wow.
It's time for me to go back to Florida.
Come on, it's just a mask. And I'm going to sue you for knocking me down. I'm going to. Get my kids and let's go.
No one stood up. No one ran to her assistance. No one blocked this guy. No one said, hey, put that taser down or we're going to, take care of you, right? Nobody did that. And, okay, so this is really where it really comes down. What is the resistance? So I want you, after you listen to me, go into a quiet, dark room with your chair, sit in that room, close your eyes, and think to yourself, what would I do in that situation? I'm in the stands. What would I do? What will I do when that happens? What would I do? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bam! Here comes the security guard up the stands. What are you going to do? Now you need to ask yourself, and you need to think about this, okay? You need to prepare because it's not going to happen like that. It's going to be some entirely different thing. You're going to be out to dinner in your suit with your wife and kids. You're going to be with your husband in the grocery store. You're going to be by yourself in the post office. You're going to be walking down the street, crossing the street with your child in your hand. What are you going to do when this moment comes up? Because it will. It will. It is coming up right now. Now, if you're like everyone else, you are feeling a degree of panic and fear right now, just generally. You've been locked in your house with a rag over your face, told not to say anything. You're seeing people that you listen to, that you respect on different platforms be removed by corporations that have joined with government to silence you. Okay, this is what you're watching now. You're seeing this before your eyes. You're worried about food security. You're worried about whether your money's going to be worth anything. You're worried about your security of your home. I'll tell you one thing, you're talking about preppers and security, those people out there in Montana don't want you. Part of what they're prepping against is you coming out there when you realize, hey man, things are bad, save me. Nobody's gonna save you. The thing to do right now is to stop it while you still can, okay? That's what you need to do, stop it while you still can. So there you are, you're in your room, you're envisioning this. Now this is important. Take that time. Because when it happens, you will have to act or you will regret it for the rest of your life. You will have regret and it will not come back. That moment won't come back again. So this is it. You owe it to yourself to know who you are. I'm not telling you to be a patriot or a resistance fighter or a freedom fighter or an individual or somebody who cares about yourself and other people. I'm not telling you that. I'm asking you to know who you are. Know who you are. And that will tell you what the next steps are. I don't have to tell you or guide you. You will know. Thank you.